This is Colm McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Bozy Ennis. Bozy, first of all, just your reaction to Steven Nelson and Diego Pacheco. How do you think that one goes?
I think it's a good fight. You know what I mean? It's going to be a real good fight. Steven is an old vet. You know what I mean? He's been around. You know what I mean? He's been in a lot of different, different type of fight. He's fought every different type of style. So I think it's going to be a great fight.
Obviously, with your guy Andy Cruz, this is kind of like the step-up fight now that he needs. Salcedo, then he's going to go on to bigger fights. Eddie said he wants Keyshawn next. How has Andy looked in this camp, and are you excited to see him perform on Saturday night?
Andy looked very well in the camp. He always looked good in the camp, man. You know what I mean? And this is a good step-up fight for him. You know what I mean? And the guy he's fighting is no slouch. You know what I mean? The guy can fight. You know what I mean? So after this, y'all find out where Andy's coming from. Because every time Andy fight, he's going to be better and better every time he fight.
Bozy, obviously Keyshawn Davis has had more professional experience, right? Mm-hmm. If they're to get in the ring right now, do you believe that it's so one-sided like Andy says it's going to be?
Well, I think that'll be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight.
Do you think it's makeable?
Huh?
You think it's makeable? Do you think that you, in the next 12 months, will see Andy Cruz against Keyshawn?
As long as Andy keep on winning and keep on looking good, I think that's going to be a great fight down the line in McKeestown.
Obviously, we've had news this week that your son, Bozy Ennis,
Yes.
is going to fight in Boardwalk Hall, iconic in Atlantic City. What does that mean to you? Because you've been singing Bozy's name since he was a child, Bozy. Now you're going to see him in somewhere that you probably watched some of the greats over the years fight. What does it mean to you?
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's great to be in this position that we're in right now. You know what I mean? We want to collect all the titles, and this is the number one step right here, fighting Stenionis.
Let me roll it back a little bit. When you seen Boots as a child and you told everyone how great he was going to be, the chance now to unify against Stenionis, in terms of what this means for you, your family, for Boots, just talk to me about what you noticed way back then.
Well, I've been noticing something about him way back. He was always special. You know what I mean? And when I used to train him, you know what I mean, I trained him on one side. He was on the southpaw side. You know what I mean? Even though he was right-handed, because he used to use that all the time. So I kept him on that side until he, got a little older. Then I switched him back up because he really an orthodox fighter. You know what I mean? But he switched both ways. And this right here is a very great opportunity for our family to keep on moving and keep on doing what we do. You know what I mean? And Boots is he opening the doors up, man. You know what I mean? What we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna clean this 147 out, then we're gonna move up. You know what I mean?
You talk about cleaning 147 out, then moving up.
Yeah.
What are the fights you want for Boots over the next 24 months? If you're sitting down with Eddie Hearn today, what fights do you want for Boots?
Well, I just explained it to you. The whoever got the 147 pounder, or Norman, or what's his name, Barrios. Once after that, then we moving up, and whoever got the titles up there when we move up. Simple as that.
I spoke to Eddie about not going back to Philadelphia. He said he thinks it's a good move for Boots just to come a little bit out of. He sold it out twice. Were you a little bit disappointed that this unification wasn't going to land again in Philadelphia?
No, I like Atlantic City. That's close to home too. So all the people that you saw here in Philadelphia, you're gonna see the same people there in Atlantic City. You know what I mean? They travel for Boots. You know what I mean? Boots is one of them guys that you love to see fight. You know what I mean? He can box and he'll fight you inside. You know what I mean? Sometimes you take too many chances though. You know what I mean? When you get frustrated, when you're not supposed to fight the same guy that you just beat, you shut him out the first time, and then you got to fight him again, a mandatory. You know what I mean? You get in there and you don't really feel like fighting, but you're still gonna perform. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna do what you normally do.
What do you see in Stenionis that Boots can exploit?
Well, I think Stenionis is a pretty good fighter, and he come forward. You know what I mean? He throw a lot of shots, man, and I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Or what I see in Stenionis, because he understand where I'm coming from, and I don't want him to understand where I'm coming from. But I see a lot of mistakes. I mean, every fighter on this earth is not perfect. You know what I mean? Everybody tell me this guy did this, he did this wrong, he did that. But there's no one in fighter is perfect though. So, you know what I mean? I'll take it from there. That's it.
Terence Crawford's going to face Canelo. What do you think that fight? How does it play out?
I think that's a good fight, man. If Terence box and move and frustrate him and tie him up, I think Terence can win the fight. I think he won the fight, but you can't stay on the ropes on Canelo. You know what I mean? Canelo still can punch, and he can take a punch. So, if I was his trainer, I would have him frustrating Canelo. Canelo don't like the guys that move. If you notice, he get frustrated. You know what I mean? And that's when I tell my fighter now it's time to go. You know what I mean? Put this stuff together, keep moving, setting him up. A lot of fakes, time up, in and out, side to side. You know what I mean? Catch the shots, come off the shots. You know what I mean? And then, keep doing it. Just win the fight. I ain't worrying about the knockout. You know what I mean? When Terence fight him. You know what I mean?
With Boots and Terence, will we ever get to see that fight now if Canelo does go up and then fights Terence? Do you think Boots and Terence will ever get the fight?
But that's something I don't really know. You know what I mean?
Would you like to see it though?
Oh, that'd be, yeah, I'd love to see that. A test against Terence, a great fighter, man. You know what I mean? Then you see where Boots coming from when you fight a guy like Terence Crawford.
Bozy, before I let you go, I want to ask you one question. Gervonta Davis, you're someone that's been around the sport for so long, and he said that he's fallen out of love with boxing, really. He thinks that he's going to walk away. He said that, this is one last year and then he's going to retire. What do you make of those comments? And can you understand where someone like Gervonta Davis might come from with that?
Well, when I look at that, that's on his mind about retiring. So, when you got a guy thinking about that and telling people that, eventually that's what he's going to wind up doing. You know what I mean? I don't know how soon, but that's on his mind. He never said it before. Now he's saying it now. So I think he's probably going to do it.
So you think that's kind of like it's already in his mind. He's never going to get over that, and it maybe is a good thing for him to walk away from the sport.
He's going to fight a few more fights and retire. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
You're someone who's so close with your son Boots. If he was in that position, can you see the lonely days and the hard days in this sport that would make someone like Gervonta Davis want to retire?
Yeah, if you can't get the fights that you want to get, and you're just getting the fights that you really don't want, you want the top guys. That's frustrate you and upset you and make you want to get out the game.
Well, Bozy, as always, really appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again. Just last one before I let you go. Tyrone McKenna gets a knockout. He's back next month against Chris Eubank's cousin in Harlem Eubank. Anthony Kakachi is going to fight. Looks like Lee Wood. Just those two guys. Door always open in your gym for them to come back.
Anytime. They my guys. Both of them. They my guys, man. You know what I mean? They welcome anytime they want. They part of the dungeon, man.
I need to come to the dungeon. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, come on down.
Well, Bozy, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
You're welcome.